is.
And let's see how he throws it around here against Yamamoto.
Atamifuji and Red Yamamoto in that seafoam green. Yamamoto down, Atamifuji to follow, atomic power, giant sumo. Here we go. Yamamoto being pushed back by Atamifuji, bracing against his chest. Oh, almost slapping Atamifuji down, who just decides to give up. I suppose his momentum was not enough to stop him, decides to be safe about it. Yamamoto finding that opportunity. Atamifuji with a disappointing loss.
Yeah, it's not like it was an upset victory. Yamamoto now taking advantage in the head-to-head 3-3, or 3-2. But starting off 0-1, even 0-2 is not going to be helpful. Hirado Umi getting stood up, pushed back, trying to shake off Atamifuji, back to the middle of the ring. Atamifuji still in control, the inside right. He's getting pulled down though. Hirado Umi gets the grip on the belt, driving forward, standing up Atamifuji, and pushes him out. That was a really smart, really patient sumo from Hirado Umi. He was the one getting pushed back. He was the one that was on the back foot. But being able to slow it down and then forcing the grip, that right hand on the belt, Atamifuji. Atamifuji and Oho set to fight for the 9th time. In what may be a long rivalry between them. Oho getting blasted backwards and out. No room to do one of those pulling attacks. Stood up Atamifuji using that large body to build momentum quickly, push forward for the win. And now both Sekiwake have won their first match of the tournament. Scene 2-0 for Atamifuji. See what happens here. Big push forward for Atamifuji. Takanosho nearly pulled him back and slapped him down, but now he's following up with great Oshizumo, turns Atamifuji around, and earns the push out. Takanosho, even though he seemingly lost the Tachi-ai, he never lost control of himself and his control over his opponent. Pulling back, trying a slap down, getting Atamifuji. Fujinokawa down and ready. Straight into it, he went early, but it's called Hakeoi. Atamifuji grabs him right away. Fujinokawa can't escape, can't kick the leg, can't do anything about it. And he is put down and out of the ring. Looked like Fujinokawa jumped the gun, but Atamifuji, still standing up, just caught him. All that power, all that spirit completely stopped in the big body of Atamifuji. Either way, that's a Kachi Clash point for me. Onoyama getting stood up, attacking up high to the chest. Atamifuji getting the grab, but he's driven back and out. Onoyama overpowering Atamifuji. I'm actually surprised Atamifuji was looking so weak there. Ooh.
They said they saw Kaio on the 13th and they were wearing red instead of yellow, which makes them much less like an egg. What a shame. Atamifuji, Wakamoto Haru down, Atamifuji to follow, Atamifuji in red, Wakamoto Haru in black. Initial charge is 9, Wakamoto Haru dives in, Atamifuji pushes back, Wakamoto Haru gets the edge and out. A straightforward match, which is Atamifuji's preference.
And Atamifuji simply walking forward, overpowering his opponent, and earning a strong win. That's one that he will need to bounce back with, one that he needs to prove he deserves this rank. And with that, 3 and 4, it's not ideal, but it is better.
He can make it work.
Yeah, tomorrow he'll be fighting Shodai.
Thank you for your support, everyone, as we approach what is going to be one of the best matches you've ever seen. Trust me. Atamifuji versus Shodai. It will be unrivaled. It will be a clash of the very gods. The atomic-powered Sekitori versus former Ozeki Shodai. A man who they called Ozeki Kadoban. But he still held on to it, never forget. Atamifuji to the left in red, Shodai to the right in black. Initial charge is 9. Shodai down, Atamifuji to follow. Atamifuji far behind the line, charging forward towards Shodai. Shodai receiving Atamifuji's charge and being shoved right out. As expected, set your clock to it. Ring, ring, ring. Atamifuji Oshidashi.
Atamifuji just straight overpowering Shodai. And at least usually for Shodai losses, he'll have some resistance at the edge.
No.
Daisho down and ready. Atamifuji takes the charge, pushing forward. Daisho, he is standing his ground quite well, but he has to move back a step. Atamifuji pushing forward as Daisho retreats around the edge of the ring. And there is the push out from Atamifuji. Atamifuji taking that patiently, working it forward well. Daisho, he just can't really do his brand of sumo as he used to. That base is not as solid as it once was. Atamifuji and Churanoumi. Churanoumi getting charged all the way back to the edge, but he has a strong outside left on the belt. He's using that to move forward. Atamifuji fighting back from the Tawara across the ring, pulled into a push and out. Atamifuji beaten on that balance, pull into push, pull into push. Churanoumi rocking him back and forth so he can regain control of the forward momentum. And Atamifuji looking a little out of sorts there.
土俵が時間です。藤井星雲に熱海富士です。これも初対戦ということになります。新関脇の熱海富士。
Atamifuji getting grabbed outside left, inside right, both on the front of the belt. He's being picked up, pushed back to the edge, and he dodges at the last second, but it's still called for Fuji Seiyun. Atamifuji did step out. He went for the slap down on Fuji Seiyun. There is a mono-e. I do believe Atamifuji kept his feet in, but we'll see. And yes, despite being from New Jersey, I'm a Flyers fan, not a Devils fan. Mainly because when I was a very little kid, we grew up in Pennsylvania for a few years, and my dad watched a lot of Flyers hockey games. Oh no, those right toes! Do they touch the sand? Oh, they're gonna have to get that Ultra HD zoom. You hear Kabutoyama reacting to the simultaneous out, but right there, do the toes touch the sand? That pinky toe.
ちなみに方ジャノメって言って土俵の近くだけほうきで吐いてあるんですよね。
After this tournament, I will go through my Kachi Clash stables and remove anyone that hasn't actually participated within the past probably 5 tournaments.
後で判断するために綺麗にこう吐き揃えてあるんですよね。
跡がつくわけですよね。
跡がつくよね。それがこのさっきの映像で見ると。 ついてないような感じがしますからね。
After that, there should be room in my stables again, because there is a limit of 50 people per stable.
の親方とね、確認をしてると思うんですよね。美容室の親方がこう近くでこの、画面を見てね、判断してるんですよ。
で行司さんは勝負の判定はできても、勝負の決定権はないんですよね。
そうなんですよね。
ですから勝負審判が微妙な判定については物言いという形でこうやって協議するということになります。
そうですね。
さあ輪が解かれました。これからアナウンスがあります。
同体じゃないですか。
どうでしょうか。
ただいまの競技について説明いたします。行司軍配は藤青雲に上がりましたが、両者 足が出るのと、体が落ちるのを同時と見て取り直しといたします。
All right, the toes did not touch out, but it will be called 取り直し。
同体取り直しということになりました。これはお客様は喜びますけども、力士は大変ですね。
ですね。でもお互いね、取っててわかるんですよ。今のは勝ったなとか。 今のはちょっと分悪いなとか、おそらく両力士とも同体じゃないかなと。でも藤井青雲からすると攻めてたんで、こっちが有利。
That is a very important call. Those right toes did not touch out in the sand. Atamifuji and Fuji Seiyun touched down outside of the ring at the same time.
いかがですか両力士。 藤青雲は回し引きつけて前に出ていった。いやいや
もうお互い稽古十分してるんで、そんな体力的に疲れたとか息が上がったとかではないと思うんですよ。
そうですか。あとはこの後立ち合いあるいは相撲の中でどういう戦法でいくかですよね。
藤青雲からするともう最高の立ち合いからの寄りだったんで、逆に熱海富士は攻められましたよね。なので。 次はそうはさせないように、熱海富士は取ってくると思いますよ。
4つでいうとお互い右4つ。
そうですね。左前三つは取りやすいと思うんですよ。この藤青雲は。頭をつけて、でそれをこう熱海富士はさせないようにこう自分から攻めていって左上手右を差し込む、胸を合わす。
Round 2 between Atamifuji and Fuji Seiyun.
さあ取り直しです。軍配帰りました。
Big push forward for Atamifuji. Fuji Seiyun could not resist. Atamifuji made a great adaptation going into this second match. He knew Fuji Seiyun got double hands on the belt, in the front of the belt. He had both forearms down in front of him to defend against that attack. Fuji Seiyun hoping the same thing would work twice. What has better pacing, sumo warm-ups or a single episode of One Piece? Atamifuji needs an extra second despite having 10 minutes of warm-up time. Calls the hot KOI. That was a little weird as Chiyoshoma tries to pull back for a slap down. Atamifuji pushes forward for the win. It looked like both men were unsure if the match was actually going to start. No mono-e either. Whatever, I guess. Like, the Sumo Association itself feels like they're just like, all right, come on, let's just get through this tournament.
Atamifuji, Koto down, Atamifuji to follow. Koto in blue, Atamifuji in red, Atamifuji to left, Koto to the right. They meet right in the middle, head to head. Atamifuji in control of the match with an outside left. Does Koto up the inside? He does. Koto attempting a spin and throw, but not getting it due to Atamifuji's massive weight. Does not get that trip. Atamifuji manhandling Koto not able to perform any technique. In light of this 20-kilogram difference, the atomic-powered man gets that Kachikoshi, closes out that win.
Yeah, the thing about that, too, was their mutual grip was even until Atamifuji used his non-belt grip hand to start attacking the face. That's what helped build the momentum, because he did have the...
against this nuclear beast, this Godzilla. Oshoma down, Atamifuji to follow. Will Atamifuji stay that far behind the line? Yes, he will. What is Atamifuji planning here? His charge. Atamifuji doing a shoulder check. Oshoma going for an arm drag, not quite getting it. Atamifuji keeping his legs under and pushing Oshoma out. In a match, Oshoma had no chance of winning.
Now, Oshoma trying everything seemingly out of desperation, trying to pull at the arm, trying to pull at the back of the head. He will likely only move up one rank, stick around this Maegashira 8, Maegashira 7 range, while Atamifuji also improves to his 9th win. And